All right, let's do it. What's up? It is Coach CJ and Coach Lando. Thanks for joining me, buddy.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
And
What's up, everyone?
so tonight we are going to talk about semifinal workouts. That were just released. I assume some of you just watched Shut Up and Scribble talk about it. We'll be a little nicer, but what we'll do is we'll talk about what we think about them, the good and the bad, and then whether we like them or we don't, we have to deal with it and we have to figure out how we're going to approach it. And so we'll talk about that, talk about order, and then repeats, etc. Maybe even some like goal scorers. We do have 2 workouts that have a lot of testing and data points. The second workout and Isabel have lots of data points. So it is, we have lots of things to kind of pull from. So maybe some people might join, might get blessed with John Young's presence, but who knows, and some other coaches, but doesn't matter. Me and Lendo are here. And so, yeah. All right. First thoughts. What do you think, buddy?
I really like the workouts. Like
Individually.
Individually, I really like the workouts. I think, yeah, that's it. I really like them. I think they're really good workouts, and they're going to really. I like the weights. When I think about it, like the weights are really good.
Okay.
To go to the next level. It's not high enough, but I think it'll do its job at the end of the day. Right?
Sure. Okay. I'll push back a little bit. I'm going to be a little less like agreeable on it today. I think Isabel is done very well from the weights. I think Isabel is scaled very appropriately. I don't like that that's the only heavy test, but it is a good heavy test, right? Like the strongest athletes are going to win Isabel for sure, just as if they were to do a 1RM snatch. That person it's within like 1 data point from maybe first to third, right? You know what I mean? Like that's going to be pretty much the same person. So I really like that. What I don't like is specifically, I do like all the tests individually. I obviously don't like that there's no squatting personally, right? But I'm not going to make a huge thing. The test is the test. I think there could have been some easy things that they did that changed that, right? And we'll talk about that. Like very easy, that wouldn't have changed the result of the test, but at least there would have been some knee flexion, because up to this point, you know, we've had a thruster, it tested the squat. And so, you know, are we assuming that we're counting the open as part of the testing protocol at this point, right? And so everyone has their different viewpoint on it. It stinks that there's no knee flexion, like missing gross movement patterns. It would be like if there was no rowing at all. Like I would just like, I feel like there's got to be a monostructural in this stage to go to the next stage. So I like Isabel specifically. I like workout 3. I think workout 4 could have switched from a lunge to just 50 wall balls. I think that would have fucking solved it. Like I think it would have just been the same, and it would have been even worse, right? And then I love workout 3. I think it's good volume. I love workout 2. I'm excited. I haven't even gone to CrossFit.com to see what some of the numbers are for that yet, though. But I'm going to pull up that workout to see what they think. And then I really like workout 1. I just don't like the weight adjustments for workout 1. I don't like that the 35 to 54 is there. There should have been a 45 to 54 stage, because then we have
it's going to skew it a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't I don't like, it's just going to reward the stronger athlete later, right? Like if all things equal, the stronger athlete wins, but I feel like that's Isabel. And let me think, what were we on? 1. So this one specifically, I don't like this right here. Like there should have been a 45 to 54 and it should have been lighter, or this barbell should have just been heavier And then 45 to 54 should have been this weight, right? And then it should have been 225, 155. And these are arbitrary, right? Again, I think pretty close to the same person wins, but they get a lot deeper and it really weights the bar muscle up way more. Like this is a bar muscle up workout at this point. It's not a barbell workout at all.
I think you make this a squat clean and you change the dynamics of the whole event.
Oh, for sure. A squat clean here, same weight. And then to be fair, like besides 55, because I'm glad 55. So really one age group is getting the difference maker, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else is basically doing the exact same thing, right? I do love this. This is the first time they've ever done anything like this. And I just realized it just now, right? And so in this podcast, we will talk about the older divisions because I think scaling appropriately or making age driven adjustments are important. And this one's really, really cool. And I don't know if anyone noticed this, but 1 through 5 is chest to bars, and then round 6 plus is bar muscle ups. And I just realized that. And I think that's fucking amazing. I think that's the exact way that something like this should do it. And that shows a lot of progression on Boz's part, which I've been told is who programmed this.
Yeah, he signed off on the email that they sent the athletes with the code word and stuff like that.
There's a code word?
Yeah, it comes out Thursday.
Yeah, I figured as much. I didn't. Oh, the email. I figured there would be. So that's my biggest complaint, right? And this should have been a ring muscle up. Like, I mean, it just should have been.
Yeah, I really
should have been a ring. It's squat clean and a ring muscle up, and then you make that other workout a wall ball, and like it's the perfect test, right? But I do think it's a good test. So, all right, let's talk about each one. So, workout 1, 10-minute AMRAP, 1 clean, 1 bar muscle up, ascending by 1. I do enjoy the workout. We have a pull from the floor. We have a gymnastics pull. I think we are going to see a lot of grip fatigue, a lot of shoulder fatigue in this as well. And people are going to really start to slow down. What do you think?
Yeah, I think though it's going to be as always, right? The first 5 rounds will be fast, and then after that, you'll see where people start to slow down, and either they pace it incorrectly because they got through the 5 rounds in like a minute and a half, and then next thing you know, they're struggling on bar muscles. But I think it's good, right? I think the weight is heavy enough. I wish we would have started at like 3 though.
Yeah, but it just doesn't look as good, you know?
I know.
Yeah, it's all right. I think transitions are important, right? Because we don't really have a high transition workout besides this. And I think that makes a play like your first 4 or 5 rounds. Okay, so we have a pull, right? Pull from the floor, pull from the bar, maybe a little bit of press fatigue and the bar muscle up. Like I think people's triceps will be sore. And so I think that's number 1. All right. And so number 2, this is a .com workout. So row, shoulder to overhead, row, shoulder to overhead, row, shoulder to overhead. And the one thing that I don't like that they do is they never change distance on the rower. Like this person is going to be on this fucking rower for so long compared to this person.
Yeah.
Right.
The time difference is crazy.
The time difference is going to be crazy. Also, shoulder to overhead is hard. And it's 225 for 9. Like it's the heavy bar for 9. Right? Like I have strong athletes in both of these divisions. There should have been a second division here. Right? Like there should have been another split.
Yeah.
225 for like 155 pounds for a 54-year-old female is fucking stupid. Okay. Like this in the 50 to 54, this isn't a row workout. It's a shoulder to overhead workout. But in 35 to 39, it's probably a row workout because they're going to get really fucking close to going unbroken.
Yeah.
And sprinting the row. But you can't do that at 50 to 54, right? Even in 55 to 59, at 125 is a lot, right? Like I have an athlete who's excellent at both of these implements and she won't even come close to going on. I mean, maybe she will, but it's going to be like, she's one of the strongest athletes in the age group. And so I wish there was another split. Like there should be a 45 to 50, 44 to 55 for split. So other than that, I really like the workout. I don't know.
Do you think this adds to the strength testing? right? Like in the sense of testing strength within a metcon that CrossFit likes to say at this point.
Yes, for everyone here and down.
Yeah.
Like not for 35 and 40. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
strength. I think it's like a muscular endurance
Uh-huh.
test, to be honest. I don't even think
Yeah.
it's a power and maybe power endurance. I don't know. However, it's close to, it's kind of all there, right? Like
Yeah.
power endurance, because you're going to have to sustain the row. But for these older groups, um, they're not going to be able to push the row. And they're also just going to fucking take forever on the row. Like the female here, even at 60 calories, it's going to take them 5 minutes each time. Like 5 minutes on the row.
Yeah.
So 225, 180 calories. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how heavy the barbell is, right? Like it's a long rope. They've done this workout before, like almost this exact same thing with bench press or shuttle runs. He
Oh,
always
the
writes,
50, 50, 50.
right. He always writes a really long row in here. So it was pretty expected. And I don't mind a long aerobic driver into a strength bit, right? But I mean, for like the elites, it's going to be under 4 minutes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Jeremy. I'm talking about the 60s, the 60s and 70s. They're not going 4 minutes. They're not. Maybe round one, and then they're going slower. I promise. You do coach them, so I'm not going to get into an argument. But some of them are going to take 5 minutes for sure. Anyways, I think there should be another split here somewhere. I think it's a little too heavy, at least if we're trying to be consistent with the other things. But like Orlando said, maybe it's just like a strength driver test, right? And then so maybe it makes sense. All right. So this is workout 2. Let's go. Let's see what the numbers look like. So this is from 2024, January. Let's see. No cap, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no cap. So I don't even know. There's not even a time there.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
160, 16 minutes. This is really, really light load.
Yeah.
21, 11. Oh, that's totally different work. 19, capped at 20, 23. All right. So, I mean, it's .com's pretty tough to define.
Gauge,
So
yeah.
this guy, I mean, this seems like a good one. He went scaled 16 minutes. I mean, that's probably, I think, what we're going to see. So it is what it is. Okay. Workout 3 rounds for time, 30-foot handstand walk, 30 pull-ups, 30 lateral burpees over the dumbbell, 30 toes to bar. And now here we have a workout that doesn't change at all until 65, and it's just a hand plates walks on a box. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
So you get into the pike position and you like start in the middle of plates and you walk out and you walk in.
That's stupid. Okay. All right. Should have just done full. Like for them, shouldn't they, since they didn't do wall walks in the open, why not do 5 wall walks?
Yeah.
Like why, you know what I mean? So again, this is kind of dumb. I love workouts that don't need to be adjusted for age groups, but this one did. It only needed to be adjusted for the handstand walk. The handstand walk is arbitrary till the 55-year-olds at this point. Like even in the 50 to 54, it doesn't make, this is such a small amount that I think it's a moot point. Like it's irrelevant to the test, right? But in 55, it's extremely relevant, right?
Yeah.
This is my challenge here, right? So it's 60 feet each time for 45 to 54, and then it's 90 feet for 35 to 44, right? Each time. Like I think that, boom. What's the chat yelling about? Yeah, it's definitely some repeatedness. Corey, the test matters. The test is running the potential of having athletes games. Cannot do. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the squatting is, we'll get to that point. The ring muscle up, I for sure agree, and we'll talk about a couple changes that we think would have been ideal. So the big difference. So the lunge in the open was irrelevant. This lunge here is irrelevant too. It's shorter than the last time we had a distance single arm overhead lunge, which was the open in 2019, and that was 200 feet, right?
Yeah, 200.
Right. And so, and then it's right into a dumbbell snatch. And I think they're going to just go, it's a sprint. It's an unbroken sprint. And it's who can feel not shitty into the box jump overs. But everyone's going to get there pretty much the same time, within 30 seconds of each other. And then it's who can just sustain the box jump over the whole time. Right.
Yeah.
Jonathan, if Hiller had not made a video about no squatting, yes, because everyone was up in arms about WFP. Again, we're not here to argue about squatting. Everyone can yell about it. What do you think about this workout?
I think it's good. It's one of those that starts off with the handstand walk, so you're just gonna have a big divide, right? Like you're just gonna have a big divide between the top athletes and the lower level athletes.
Yeah, I think only at our age groups, right? Like only in the 50, like in the 55 plus, right? And I think it's great. I think it's amazing for the 55 plus. I think it's a great workout. I think it should have been 60 feet for 45 to 54 and 90 feet for 35 to 44. And then now we're fucking talking, right? Now, does that adjust for everything else? So let's go back to workout 2. Shoulder to overhead, press fatigue, monostructural, etc. Okay. All right. So it's there. I mean, dude, this is 90 pull-ups and 90 toes to bar. Dude, there's gonna be some fucked up hands. This is the one that like you can't, like, you don't repeat. Right? Like this is the finisher, I think.
Yeah, in like I battled between like should have been chest to bar, but I think pull up keeps that intensity a lot higher.
I mean, 90, it's 90, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it's a lot of reps. And I think this many and this many burpees is plenty of a separator, like across a gymnastics separator across the board, right? I just don't think this. I think this is completely arbitrary, even at this volume, right? Even coming back into this for 90 reps, I think this is just not enough for the lower age groups. Right? It's just not there to create a separation at this point. This is going to take 20 seconds.
Yeah, for the 35 plus.
Right. Yeah. I mean, anyone that can handstand walk, it's going to take 30 seconds. And then all of these unbroken take a minute, and no one's going unbroken. Right. And then this takes a minute and a half. So I just think it's a little unbalanced with that, specifically for the younger age groups. But it's the first time we've had handstand walks in the older age groups in a while. Like,
it's been a
few years. It might even be like 2020.
18, right?
No, I feel like in 20. I feel like Rose got a handstand walk somewhere recently, maybe 21 when she podiumed. I can't remember. Okay. All right, workout 4. All right. I love this workout, but I just think it could have been way better. Like it could have been so much better with just a squat, like just 50 wall balls. Because it takes the same amount of time, right? This takes 2 minutes, right? A minute and a half. 50 wall balls takes a minute 30. All right, 150-foot dumbbell overhead walking lunge. Maybe it's 2 dumbbells and we just don't know. 50 alternating dumbbell snatches, 50 box jump overs. Is it single arm?
Yeah. Probably. Single arm.
You never. Maybe we just one dumbbell. Oh, and then back to this, and then just a random dumbbell on the floor. Like just do a line burpee. Like just do like or a target burpee or something. Right. Like I think the target burpee is also just so savage, but the lateral dumbbell burpee is right now, in my opinion, the fastest variation. Right. And I think you were right. I think they're trying to really promote intensity in the whole workout of like, we want it to be long, but we want it to be like intensity sustained, right? We don't want any blocks for anyone. Like if you can go unbroken on the whole thing, we want to see how crazy it can get. And I think you're right on that. Okay. 150-foot dumbbell overhead walking lunge, 50 alternating dumbbell snatches, 50 box jump overs. Pretty simple. I don't know.
I would have liked to see the lunge at the end. right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
if you think about all like
Oh yeah, for
regional
sure. Yeah,
style
yeah.
workouts and
100%.
stuff, lunge at the end,
Oh
make
yeah.
athletes have to
Oh god,
push,
that would hurt
and
so
then
bad. Oh my god. It'd be so much slower. Because the dumbbell snatches don't change, right? Like 50
yeah,
unbroken, fast or slow is like 10 seconds, right? Like you just can't, like you're not gonna go fast. Um, yeah, the lunge, not even change the workout. Um, knee flexion, another overhead pattern, box jump. So this is our squat-ish workout. We have knee flexion in the lunge. Um, and so the chat is arguing about, I think they're arguing about knee flexion. I'm trying not to look at it. Um, uh, I think I don't, and so everyone is defining like the lunge, right? Obviously the lunge is a knee flexion pattern, but it is not below parallel at all.
yeah.
It's not a below parallel knee flexion pattern. And the walking lunge is more of a hip extension fatiguing component. Yes, your quads get fatigued. I wouldn't put it in the category as knee flexion from a testing component, right? I just wouldn't. Like
Yeah, but
it's a
just in
squat.
like basic movement patterns, we separate lunge from squatting, right? Like
Right.
when we,
Like a step up is, most people don't put that into a knee flexion. Like, I mean, the step up more so than the lunge, right? Now, if you have knee pain and you lunge, it's for sure it's bad, right? So it's hard. You can't say that it's not a knee flexion pattern, but from a testing component, I wouldn't put it in there, and neither would I put box jump overs, even though we land low, right? Like efficient box jumpers are basically not using much energy at all. Uh, well, look at Larry. All right. Larry, pause. We can all find shit to gripe about. I did a 155 Isabel walkthrough today. My age, I wish it was a little heavier, but compared to what we've seen so far, these are fire. I think they're good. I think they could have been better. Um, Larry, thank you so much. You're the man. Text your son, tell him to get on the call. So I like sprints. We don't ever see them. 7-minute time cap. Finishing on the box jump overs for the older age groups but okay. And so here, then they can step. Like, I hate that they
yeah,
can step. I get it. It's a safety component, but I hate giving the option for all older athletes to step in general. But you want them to fucking snatch how much? You got to snatch 75 pounds as a 65-year-old female, but you can't fucking jump on a 20-inch box. Are you fucking joking me? This is insane, right? It's just the dumbest thing, right? Also, these age groups are out of order. Why is this fucking over here? Can you see this? Why is this over here? This is like a mind fuck. Anyways, all right, let's go back to this. Um, so I don't think this like covers the knee flexion thing. I think this could have been 50 wall balls and it would have been money.
what's the turnaround point? Do we know? 15
Oh, I
foot?
don't know. At 15 feet. Oh,
No, it just
so
says
well,
15.
okay. So turning around at 15 feet, and I mean that's a lot. It's a lot slower than 25, right? So it was
Go to
25 for,
the,
that'll be 9 turnarounds.
is it or is it 30 and then there's two? You know what I mean? It doesn't
No, it's right
say. It
here.
just
Each
says,
15 foot is 1 rep.
okay.
Everything's on a 15-foot
Oh,
floor.
okay.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So each 15 feet, 10, you must complete 10. So that's turning around 9 times. So it's definitely slower than what we saw in the open. Turning
Yeah.
around 9 times in the open, you only had to turn around 7 times, right? So I don't know. It just doesn't. Everyone's gonna go unbroken, right? Like I just think it kind of just starts the thing, and I mean, in a minute 30, you're done. You're into your snatches. Those are unbroken in the box jump overs. So I love the sprint style. I think 50 wall balls, like 11 and 10 feet for the 35 to 54 or 35 to 45, and 45 to 54 is north. Like 45 to 59 is normal wall balls, and then 60 is, I don't know, maybe a lighter or something like that, right? So we can keep the intensity, and then I think we solve it. And then, like you said in the beginning, I think a squat clean in workout 1 does it too, right? Um, I don't like no squatting, but I think the test is still okay at this point. Um, okay, Last workout, heavy Isabel. My question here is like, why? Like, is it just happenstance, or did he see it and they changed it?
I don't know. Either he's going along with all the other stuff, which right is
What does the chat think? Does the chat think that it's just a coincidence that he programmed Isabel, or that he saw them and was like, "Oh, we should do that too," or that was the plan all along and they were all talking about it together? Someone text JR. Hey, what do you think? John just texted me, Isabel should have been mandatory squat. That's also a great turnaround. And then that solves all of it. I think that's a great point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had my theory about. It's easier to judge non-squat movements.
It is for sure, right? Yeah. But I mean, this one, like you do for Isabel, like everyone's doing singles.
Yeah.
Right. No one's touch and go at any point in this workout. So.
But you just take the element out of, is he low enough? Are they low enough in the calves?
Right.
Are they?
Yeah. Like everything is just reps, right? Like everything is just reps, right? So I think that's a really good point. So if we go back through it, it's just reps, right? Like did you stand up in your lunge? Did you lock out at the top? Obviously the box jump over is the box jump over, right? Handstand walks just distance. Did your chin get over the bar? Did you jump over the dumbbell? Did you toes touch the bar?
Yeah.
Whoops. Did you row? Did you stand up your push jerk? Because no one's gonna I mean, the cycle is gonna cycle, but it's too heavy for them to like push press press jerk thing that most people do, right? And it's just did you stand up your clean? Like some people will touch and go, maybe, but I doubt it. It's 10 minutes is a long time for this. So I don't think anyone touched you. So I think you're right. I think that definitely might have played a role. What do you think, chat? Do you think the avoiding of squatting was potentially to support like a more seamless judging debacle that for sure will ensue? Larry, I love how you just stay on your, like, let us know. What'd you get on Isabel? I'll ask you. I don't think anyone does touch and go Isabel at any point in time. You do, because you snatch fucking 300 pounds as an 80-year-old. Okay. So heavy Isabel. And then we have all these adjustments, right? And I think these weight adjustments are, I don't know. It seems like some of them are kind of light, like this one. Like this should have been 35 to 44. And then maybe 45 to 49 has their own. And then like to have 50 to 59 is the same weight. I know we've done this in the past, but like these athletes are stronger than they have been, or at least 40 to 45 have been stronger than they have been, right? Like in the past. And so I think this is probably maybe too light for the 40 to 45 division. But then this seems good for 55 to 59. So maybe 45 to 49 has their own. I don't know. This one's tough, but what they did is they used these numbers. They've had this test before. Let's see if I can find it.
For like CrossFit or just like random?
No, it was after that long shuttle run double under row workout, and it was an AMRAP of snatching after it, like 7 minutes or something, or like 3 minutes. It was semifinals 22. No, not that one. Maybe 21.
Oh, that's the one where it was like so many snatches, rest, add the weights.
No, not that one either. It was, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think it was maybe 21. The rest are just the bar, or maybe it was it wasn't quarterfinals. That workout was nuts. No, that workout was nuts. Oh, this was the max rep snatches. So here's this one, 10, 10. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Oh, that's
Yeah, we
better.
can hear you.
Okay.
And then max snatches at the end, right?
Right. And so this is for 35, but there was one where it was like you rode. Where was it? It couldn't have been 23 because I was sick and I didn't travel. Oh, wait, maybe I did travel. Holy shit. Yeah, here we go. So it was like this long row double under shuttle run and then into these. And so they used the same numbers. Oh, they didn't use the same numbers.
No, they used
They did
less.
exactly what I said. Why did they change it? They did exactly what I said they should have done, which is 45 to 54 is this. So Corey says 48, 185 is going to be plenty. I agree, but for 48, yes, I think it's good, but I think to 45, it should have been changed, and I think it should have been this, right? That's my thought. But they adjusted it. They gave 35 their own. They gave 40 to 49 their own, and 50 to 59. And so for a lot of 50-year-olds, this is gonna be fucking heavy. Like, there's a lot of 55-year-old women that can't snatch 185 or 105 that like can go to the CrossFit games that are gonna fucking put up a zero. None of the men. I think the men for this is probably fine. Anyways, all right. So what do we think of the test overall?
I think it just gets it done. It just ups the skill level slightly, but not really. You know what I
Right.
mean? I feel like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a continuing of the open in the same time domains are very similar, more shorter workouts, which is good, right? The workouts are shorter, but I don't know. I feel like they're playing it safe.
It does feel like a safe play. It almost, and I think you hit it on the head. I think it feels like a safe play to specifically a judging component with avoiding squatting. That's such an interesting point, and I'm going to keep chewing on it because I think it really makes sense. What's your favorite workout?
Probably the row push press.
The row shoulder to overhead.
Yeah,
Okay. Why is that one your favorite?
because people don't push press or shoulder overhead enough.
Yeah, we don't. We don't for sure.
And it's going to expose some people when it gets to that heavier weight. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the row is the row counts more this time.
The row counts a
than the
lot.
other. You know what I mean? Like you gotta push the row. You gotta take your
Right.
chances there. Like
Oh, you mean compared to the open?
yeah, compared to the
Okay.
open.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
The
agree.
row's gonna count. So and it's simple. I love simple.
Oh yeah, for it's a .com workout, it has to be simple, right? I think this is my favorite. Overall, again, I'm not super happy with this for the younger age groups, but I love fucking 200 gymnastic reps in a workout and 100 burpees. I mean, like
Yeah.
in any component. Yeah, Vera, there's be a lot of athletes who can't move their shoulders. Do we think there's any biases? I'm gonna go through them again.
No, I think it's one of those things like I fall into the trap too when I'm programming is like there's only so many movements you can do in the gym.
Yeah,
Right?
for
So
sure.
like what else could we they're not gonna create something new for online.
Right. I agree. I mean, it's pretty overhead dominant, just like the open was,
Yeah.
right? So we have a bar muscle up, we have a gymnastics pattern, we have shoulder to overhead, right? Handstand walking, pull-ups, toes to bar, and a pressing component with the burpee.
Yeah. Dumbbell
Right.
snatches.
Dumbbell snatch. I mean, yes and no. I think this is everyone's just gonna go unbroken. But it is an overhead component, so we can't say it's not. And then obviously Isabel, right? Um, uh, yeah, I was really, really, really thinking they were gonna do a burpee something. I felt like Boz was going to put it in, like a burpee bar muscle up for the clean workout would have been really cool. Like a burpee bar muscle up or a burpee ring muscle up and a squat clean. Bro, that would have been dirty. But I do think you're right. I can't. It just seems like that's the only reason why they wouldn't put a squat in, right? Is like, all right, how can we make this as easy? Because there's no like hidden corners, right? There's nothing that's hiding around, the scorecard that like people are gonna miss, like your fucking chin looking up or whatever it is, right? Um, and so, man, I hope that's not why. Like that's a shitty thing to do. Like I just can't get off that. I hope that's not the case, right? But it does seem like it is. Um, yeah, so, Jeremy's like just like the movement selection, there are more. I'm surprised there's no rope climbs, right? Like the clean workout could have been a rope climb instead of a clean. They did a fucking shuttle run 1-to-1, right? That would have been the same thing, right? I mean, you just do fucking rope climbs and you just build the rope climb one every other round for everybody. And it's the same thing. And you want to talk about a fucking grip and I think a rope climb separates people just as well as a bar muscle up, if not better. Right. Maybe not as well as a ring muscle up from a skill component, but people who are good at rope climbs are pretty much usually good at bar muscle ups. Like they're pretty synonymous.
Yeah, and I just mean from what we've seen from the open. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's what I mean is like we knew GHDs probably weren't going to come. We counted that rope climbs may or may not, but we were like, 50% chance they're not
right.
coming. So it's just like we see how
Yeah,
that goes.
it's
Like right here, overhead squat would have been money. 50
like,
overhead squats.
oh yeah, which like 75, 55. Yeah. I mean, fucking great. Not a dumbbell overhead squat. We're not crazy, right? That's a shitty
Yeah.
movement. That's a terrible movement. But yeah, like 75, 55. I programmed that double under deadlift overhead squat workout. It was like 90 double under, 3 rounds for time, 90 double unders, 25 overhead squats,
Mm-hmm.
like 15 heavier deadlifts. So Avera, we'll reference this. You realize as a coach that these light weights are heavy for most. Snatch weights are no joke for most, even in the top 1%. Many will get zeros, correct. But the top 1% is a big number in general, but it's for the top 30 and we're trying to sift them out. And so in my opinion, for the younger age groups, it doesn't do the job. It's too light. Like the first workout the clean is irrelevant, and making Isabel lighter is probably okay. But it just some of the adjustments are not that great. And there isn't like Isabel's the strength separator, but the clean for here and like this one is good, but then it's like I said, it's too heavy for 55. So I don't think I just directly said that it was too light for most. I think it's too light in some of the age groups. And we're just referencing it because they made different decisions on how to change weights based on every single workout. Right. And so there's no consistency there. And there doesn't need to be consistency. I do appreciate that they're trying to make the appropriate changes. I just think they missed. Right. Like this workout is too fucking heavy for 50 to 54. Like for the 50 to 54, this is not a row workout
Oh,
at
you're
all.
on the workout 4.
Oh, sorry. So this is not a row workout, not even a little bit. Right. And so I agree with you. Right. But I think the snatch for some of the age groups is too light. Right. Like specifically 40 or 45, it shouldn't have been changed. I'm just very specific to that adjustment. And that rolls back into someone like JR who won the 40 to 44. He could win this again, which means that it's probably too light. Right. So, if they had made the bar muscle up, ring muscle up, no, wouldn't that workout wasn't it like 9-6-3? It wasn't an ascending by ones, was it? What was that workout? We're talking about the front squat workout from last year. It's also not a big deal to reference last year's workout. This one? Nope. This is legends, also different people. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I think these are totally different. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this change is the same. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they're pretty similar. Make it heavier.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know. I mean, even so, right? Like, I think it's fine. I think 1 through 10 or 1 ascending is harder than this because so many people went unbroken, but 1 through like 1 ascending for 10 minutes doesn't because some people did this in like 4 minutes, which is fucking
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
this is mind blowing, right? So I think it's totally different because it's 10 minutes, right? But oh, got it. You're not complaining. That's all right. You sound like you're complaining, so I'm gonna take it as that. Just kidding, Corey. Thank you for being here. Don't leave, please. Okay. All right. So we've complained. We've analyzed the group. The chat has complained. So how do we approach this? All right. What do we do?
I would start with Isabel.
You're starting with Isabel. Okay.
Yeah.
For all sorry, let's talk. So for the group, right? For WOD, because we have WODprep athletes in here watching, right? So we want to start with Isabel. Why is this here? Here we go. So we're gonna start with Isabel on Thursday and do that solo. Pretty easy to repeat if we need to. 30 is fatiguing. It's certainly not like some of the other power pieces that we've seen, right? But I think the fatigue is going to be pretty low, right?
Yeah, especially because you're not compounding it. You're not adding another workout for that day, so you're going to be
it's just
not
by
doing
itself.
much work. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we start with Isabel with the potential to repeat it. So on Thursday. So then on Friday,
I think you have two options, right? I think it's going to be based on your weakness.
Sure.
So like if handstand walks are your weakness, I think you do that one first.
Right, because if they're your weakness, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
Right, like you're just going to be chipping away at 5 feet at a time, right? Or you might get a 0 too. For some people that can't handstand walk, right? Okay, so we're going. So do we do this if this is your weakness? If handstand walks are your weakness, you're going to start here. But if it's not, but if it's not, I think we start with the bar muscle up. I think the hands are going to be way more fresh coming off the bar muscle up. I mean, I think if you're good at handstand walks, to me, this is like our last workout because this one is this is like really the only workout that you can't really redo. Like you can't just add another 200 gymnastic pulling components to a training weekend, right? I think this is our finisher. They've done this exact test, Jeremy. Change the shoulder to overhead to bench press. We had that test like 3 years ago. It was like 1,000 meters, 20 bench press, 15, 10. Which I loved. I was hoping they'd put bench press in, but they did it. Okay. All right. But I think for the group, right? I think this has to be our last test on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't think there's no way that you're going to be able to
recover from night
repeat. Yeah, I mean, like your shoulders are going to be fried. There's most likely your hands are going to be torn to bits. So I think we start Friday morning with clean bar muscle up, and
I would say workout 4,
and then we could do workout 4. I mean, Friday could even be like this one is. I don't think this one even like fatigues anyone. Like you could just start. Like you could start the day with this, right?
Your screen didn't change.
Oh shit, sorry. Like you could just start the day with workout 4.
With that one, yeah.
Yeah. So on Friday we start with workout 4 and
clean bar muscle up in the afternoon.
Then we go clean bar muscle up in the afternoon. And then I mean, these are so short. And for a lot of people, this isn't going to be like neither of these are going to be beat down. So it's almost the day where you can do 3, right? On Friday. And
I think the other 2 workouts you have left are so fatiguing.
Yeah, well, it's just the one, right?
Well, it'll be 2 and 5, right? If we do 5 last. Oh, so it'll be 2.
Yeah, 2 and 3. 3. If 3 is last, 5 is Isabel. Yeah. So we started with
2
5.
And 3. Yeah.
Right. So yes, 2 and 3. 2 and 3 last. I mean, that's why I almost feel like maybe Friday is workout 4 and then workout 2. But then we can't, I mean, I guess it would have to be 1 and 2. Like you'd start with the bar muscle up clean and then you'd finish the day with this one. And then on Saturday, you'd start with workout 4 and then finish with 3. And then Sunday would be a repeat. Whatever you need to repeat, which wouldn't be workout 3, which would probably be Isabel, workout 4, and potentially workout 1 or 2.
Yeah. I'm only thinking like, right, because you start adding in. So like after this workout, like how fatigued are the shoulders going to be going into the handstand walk, right?
Yes.
Close the
Right.
bar.
And so like you said, if it's a weakness, but I think even if it's not, it's so short. Like it's only 15 feet.
Yeah.
You can only go 15 feet, right? It's not 100 feet. And so this is where and this is where, I mean, it's 21, 15, 9, but I think the muscular endurance, like people are just going to be shot. And while you're going to be tired from it, it's not that much volume.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's not like what was that workout? It was like 5 rounds, 15 cal row, 15 dumbbell push press, 15 handstand push-ups. Like that one. You remember that one? Like that one is like, oh fuck, what are you going to do after that? Right? Like 150 shoulder to overhead reps. Right. So, I do think this is going to be a lot, but you can't do it last because like you can't do it to end Saturday. Right. So, okay. So we have Isabel Friday. And then or Thursday, and then Friday morning, clean bar muscle up. Friday afternoon, row chest or row shoulder overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, lunge, or afternoon, right? Like you could flip that one. Like if you just wanted to get workout 3 out, like I don't think it would matter, right? Like maybe workout 3, then workout 4.
Yeah.
Probably workout 3 to start Saturday and then workout 4 to finish, because then it really gives you like 24 hours in between, because the fatigue, I like that. So workout 3 starts Saturday and then you finish Saturday with workout 4, because it's not really like it's going to be hard, but like there's more quad fatigue, right? Like low back and quad fatigue here. And the shoulders like are getting a chance to truly recover 24 hours to go back into Sunday. And then Sunday, you're probably, if you didn't do great on Isabel, you're retesting. You're potentially hitting workout 4 again to shave 20 seconds because you're just digging deeper. You're not hitting this workout. If you fucking blew up this workout, you're doing it again, right? And then
that sucks.
that would suck. That's the one. Yeah, definitely try not to redo 2 and 3. But if you're, or you're doing workout 1, right? So
what time do they got to submit Monday?
Sunday.
Oh, they submit Sunday. Yeah.
So it's 4 days, but it's shorter. It's really only 3.5 days because they don't come out till noon. Right. I mean, it's really only 3 days, right? Because it comes out at noon Pacific and it's due at 5 Pacific. So it's really only 3 days, which I like. I like a shorter time frame. Because what was it last year? Right? Didn't they have like 5 days? Like everyone did.
I think that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, they still have Monday, but this makes more sense. All right.
Yep. So it's super tight, right? But I think that's the order. 5 Thursday, 1 and 2 Friday, 3 and 4 Saturday, repeats on Sunday. And also to something to consider, if you know that you need to repeat like workout 2 or even workout 3, which I don't suggest you do, but you just push workout 4. You just don't do it till the end. You know what I mean? Like it's like you just save the reps till the end, or you pinch that to Thursday.
That's what I was gonna say. You almost can do 4 on Thursday.
Like you do 4 after Isabel on Thursday.
Yeah, give yourself an hour. Like
I mean you could, because the clock opens at what time?
So 5, 4, then 1, 2, and then that leaves you room, right? 3 and then
5, 4. 5, 4 is nice on Thursday for sure because they're very similar, right? Like the intensity is there. So let's go. What are the
And it shouldn't
times?
interfere too much with each other
Right.
at all, really. Like,
So it starts at 2 for me. So that's 12 Pacific. Yeah. So 12 and 5. So it starts at 3 Eastern time. You run one. You're ready to go and do Isabel as soon as the code releases. You wait 3 hours and then you do workout 4 again, or then you do workout 4 Thursday night. I like that better.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So 5-4 on Thursday.
Yeah. 1-2 Friday.
1-2 Friday. 3 on
And
Saturday.
yep.
And then you can start your repeats Saturday afternoon and Sunday. Okay. I like that. What do you guys think? There's some coaches in the chat. What do you guys think about that? And that's like obviously very arbitrary to just like the gen pop, right?
Do you just going off? Do you test anything tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. It's too close.
No. Not test,
I think the only thing the only thing you would test to me is the second workout, but you can't. I don't think you can test it. Like maybe you do like a lighter load, but I wouldn't want to put those weights overhead.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. All right. So workout 1, you don't need to test that. It's just too close.
No.
Hands. I think workout 2 is the only one that you fuck with, right? Yeah, you always prime for sure, Jeremy. Yeah. Like normal you prime the snatch for sure. I think that's what's programmed. I think we might have done that today. I can't remember. But yeah, definitely prime the snatch. So maybe some like quick 5s at that weight, right? Like 3 sets of 5 reps, 5 quick singles, rest a minute, something like that. And then this would be the only thing, right? Maybe you do like 20 row, 7, 25, 23, something like that.
And I was more coming at it as like which workout to nail your execution. Does that make sense?
Right. Well, this is the only one truly. I mean, like, because you can't work on execution for this, right? Because you can't just like fuck with like how am I going to break up pull-ups? You just have to know. Whoops. So you just have to know, right? For this one. There's not really any, you're not going to just like work on 50 box jump overs, right? So maybe you do some singles for snatches. I don't want to change.
Figure out your row.
I don't want to change the training for tomorrow. What's the training for tomorrow? God damn it! I said I wasn't going to change it.
But you know what I mean? Like I would figure out your row pace. Like what row pace do you need to hold?
Right.
Just because I feel like
we snatched today, and then I have box jump over, shuttle runs, toes to bar, bike, front squat. I'd probably take out the front squat for tomorrow.
Yeah. It's funny because I programmed a lot of squatting for my athletes.
I know. I just really thought it was, right? I think we all thought there was going to be a lot of squatting. I was pretty surprised. I think we're pretty surprised that there wasn't. So, all right.
I mean, I don't think you need the change. It's just
no. I mean, it's where it's at, right? If you really wanted to do something for tomorrow, everyone listening, WODprep programming isn't going to change just because people will miss it, and there's like a process for us to change programming, and it's not like fair to the downstream system to like, hey, it's 8:30. I need you to get in there and like change shit. So, but if you are going to do anything tomorrow, this is what I would do. I would go through, oh, Trisha's here. I would go through, I would do something like quick 5 singles. So I'd do 3 sets of 5 singles on the power snatches, rest a minute in between. And then I would go into, workout 2 and do something to the effect of,
the like 75-60 is killing me the way they wrote it.
I know. I fucking hate writing. I love, by the way, before I say what I'm going to say, I love females. I love my wife. She's a better human than me. Females are better than men across the fucking board, but it's fucking 75-60 and the male's weight should be first. It's absolutely mind blowing why they why they do that. It's stupid. Anyways, so I think something like a 2015 7, 2015 5, 2015 3 at the weights. Changing your own weights. You have to change your own weights?
No, you can have help, I think.
Can't have assistance.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. That's why I fucking married her. Jeremy says I'm pussy. I am. So I married her. That's why. She's the fucking best. That would be the only, that's what I would do for anyone. And that's probably what I'll do for some of my athletes, my individual athletes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna change some stuff. But did you see all the how they actually put in the rule book like how they're gonna dock you?
Oh no. In the rule book or in the
Or in the yeah, they have penalties. So
I
now
see
it's
that.
like they tell you where your reps are gonna
There we
get
go.
docked from.
All
Which
right.
I thought was pretty cool.
I don't know. I think the head judge. So the head judge is there to change weights. I'm pretty confident that the head judge can do anything except judge the athlete. Like they can't judge the athlete at the during the event, right? So like I'm the head judge. There's like 5 or 6 people at the gym that I'm traveling to. And so I'm the head judge there, so I can coach.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I can like be an overseer or whatever. I don't have to worry about counting reps. Okay, let's do this. That's a good idea. Let's go through penalties. That's pretty cool. Okay, so penalties, workout 1, false start, 1 rep penalty, muscle up, no rep, 1 rep penalty, chest to bar, no rep, or facing
and
away.
everybody has to face the camera
Face
when you
towards
do
the
your
camera,
reps.
clean, 1 rep. Receiving assistance is 1 rep per instance. Okay. Athlete facing away from the camera will not be credited. So always facing towards the camera. I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
If an athlete advances before completing the specified number of reps, the score will stop. Whoa. Wait, hold on. But how do they know? What if they? Okay, so if you miscount,
count right, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, this is really big. Can you write this down? Like throw it into Slack for me so I can remember to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, guys, this is massive. If an athlete advances before completing the specified number of reps, their score will stop at the last correctly completed rep. i.e., e.g., the athlete is required to do 10 reps but moves on at rep 7. The athlete's score will be 7 regardless of the total number of reps. That's huge. That's super, super, super big. Okay. Now, if I'm assuming that means if you get a no rep, right? Like if they're going through and like, oh, that's a no rep, this is 10, they're not going to stop your score. But if you clearly only did 9, so that means your judge needs to be counting. That's so important. That is a big fucking deal. Okay. All right. Workout 2, penalties. False start, 5-second penalty. Shoulder to overhead, no rep, 3-second penalty. Standing up before the monitor reads 60, 75, or not resetting, 5-second penalty. Athlete advances before completing the reps, the score will stop. So again, don't do 20. Do not miscount your shoulder to overhead. That is super, super important. Now, again, if you don't get no reps and you do 21, then they come back and it's like, all right, you did 19. That's different. But if you did 19 on the card, like in the video, because your judge miscounted, your fucking workout is toast. Okay. All right, workout 3. False start, 5-second penalty. All other must turning to handstand walk before go. Okay, so face away, handstand walk, 10-second penalty. Pull up, no rep, 2-second. Okay, so if you come down early. What? No, that's a different move. Jeremy, what the fuck kind of dumb question is that? What if an athlete wants to do ring muscle ups since you can't? It's a different movement. It's like saying if they could power clean instead of power snatch. Come on now. Maybe I should call Joe and say you're saying dumb things on the internet. All right. So pull up no rep, toast bar no rep, burpee no rep, 4 seconds. I like how they're defining exactly what the penalty is. And then specified number of reps again. There's a lot of reps here. So you got to make sure. Oh shit. Sorry. I forgot. I can't add yourself back in. You're just sitting there.
I was like, how do I contact him?
My bad.
You're good.
So guys, counting is super. Oh, this is funny. Yeah, for sure. You don't lock out no fucking reps anyways. Counting is really important, especially this workout. I mean, there's 270 reps to count. If you miscount and you 29, it stops. Like your judge is very important on this specific thing. Like not if you get a no rep, but you just got to do 30. Right? Like if you're unsure, you have to do the next rep. Like if you're like shit, I don't know, like you just got to do another rep.
But are we sure about that? Like, what if if rear rep counted, but okay, I get what you're saying.
Like there's no, so if you did 30, but then they go in video review and then you get 2 no reps, there's a penalty for that. But if you did 28, your score stops.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you don't know, you have to do the next rep. Like you just like if you're like, oh, I think it's 29, it's like I don't fucking care. Like you got to do another one. You know what I mean? Like so, like it's not just like you don't just get the 2-second penalty for not doing the rep. Like the workout stops. So counting is this is very, very important. I love it. I think it's great, Jeremy. I love that they're spelling it out. I do too. I think it's amazing. But like that's a big fucking deal. Okay.
It has to be on the athletes too, right? Like,
yeah, for
trust
sure.
your judge,
Yeah,
but
100%.
you gotta trust yourself.
All right, so same thing. Penalty, turning away, dumbbell overhead lunge, no rep. Damn, 15 seconds? Holy fuck.
Ooh, wow.
Well, I guess you have to do all 15 feet counts as 1 rep. So make sure you're crossing the line. Dude, 15 seconds in this workout, that's like 8 reps. Holy shit. Dumbbell snatch, 2 seconds, box jump over. What's a box jump over no rep? I don't even know how it's possible. Any assistance with equipment, 5 seconds. Same thing with counting. Guys, do all your reps. If you don't know, do another one. If you get no repped, do the extra rep. Okay. And then 30. I assume it's all this stuff. Oh, was there? Oh, there's floor plans.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that. How did I miss that? Zoom out a little bit. Okay, good. I'm glad there's floor plans, so we don't have to fucking talk about make a video on how to set up your plans. Fucking.
It's good too because the camera, right? Like.
Yep. Okay, good. Awesome. Cool. And then Isabel's, I assume it's pretty self-explanatory. Penalties, false start. Make sure you're facing away, right? And snatch no rep, and no one can touch the bar. So cool.
Ooh, a 10-second penalty? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. I think that's what they're assuming is 5 minutes is going to be like the times, but I think some people are going to be like fucking fast.
At those lighter weights would be super fast. For some, right?
Yep. All right. The chat's arguing about strength and aerobic conditioning, so we'll comment on that and then we'll finish up. So, Tracy, if you can't do handstand walk at all, then you can't do the workout. So I would just do it on Thursday, because if you can't do any handstand walks, so Tracy, you can't do like 0 handstand walks. You can't get 5 feet. If you can't get 5 feet, then you do it first and you set it all up and you just get it out of the way and you take your 0.
And then you can try again Sunday.
Yeah, like I mean, or you try first for 20 minutes. Larry only argues. No, then you need to start with it, because you need to, if you maybe some, then it's like the bar muscle up, right? Like if you maybe have then that's first on Thursday and you try it fresh, right? Like that's very, very important. And you start with that workout because you want to go there as fresh as possible, right? Same thing with the clean bar muscle up piece. Okay. So that's very, very important for those 2 pieces. So no, you start with it for sure. All right. Someone asked in our group, what do you think about rowing about the same pace as 25.3? It just depends on how heavy the barbell is.
Yeah.
If it's heavy, then probably the first part, not the second part. The second part is, but if it's super light, then more like the second part. No, nothing is like the second part at all. That would be a bad idea. Don't row like you finished the workout. Nobody should row like that. That's a terrible idea. If the barbell is heavy, then row similar to how you rowed in 25.3. If the barbell is really light, then definitely some like maybe 10%, 15% faster. Something like that. All right. Anyone watching in here that actually is coached by us? Does anyone have any questions before that we can answer before we pop off? If anyone is in here, fun fact, if anyone is watching and you can't do some of these movements, just so happens that we are selling WODprep Academy on our yearly and annual sale. So if you suck at handstand walks or you can't do bar muscle ups or I don't know what else you can't snatch the weight given, we have a course for you. Okay. If you're looking to, Jonathan, you're broken. Did you have surgery? He tore his Achilles last week.
Oh shit.
And so if you're struggling with bar muscle ups or handstand walks or struggling to snatch a certain weight, you're looking to add in some extra work to your training, scan the QR codes below. Okay. Monthly, annual, lifetime. It's access to our WODprep Academy. WODprep Academy is our school of courses that teach you from everything from rope climbs to handstand walks to muscle ups to double unders, etc. There's no double unders. I just realized that we didn't talk about that. That's weird. Rose is ecstatic. Ecstatic. If you guys are looking to improve your skills or you got to this next stage and you just don't, Camille, we were going to talk about this tomorrow, but we'll ask if you know you're going to get a 0, do you still set up the workout and submit a video? I think if you don't submit a video, it gets invalidated. So yes, now you don't have to do the whole thing. You would just intro yourself and then just 0 and then just turn it off, right? Like you just, like 3, 2, 1, go. You would just, I can't do any reps, right? Or you do your clean, right? Now if you're going to attempt 10 minutes or 20 minutes of handstand walks, is that a 20-minute workout?
Yeah.
Nice. I wonder if they did that on purpose. If you're going to attempt it for the whole time, then you would do it. But if you know you're not going to, I would just say you turn it on, you set it up appropriately, and then you just turn it back off. Right? You intro yourself and you submit the video, and your score is 0. They're also probably not going to review a score as 0, right? So I don't think it's something to worry about. But you do still need to submit a video because I'm pretty confident that if you don't submit something, it will be invalidated. We don't want to invalidate your score. Let's go to workout 3. Time capped, total number, tie break after each round, equipment, penalties. Maybe it's on the video. Oh, this is one option. We'll just do it like those.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I think Benji, I don't think the volume. So Benji asks, don't you think better idea to put workout 1 on Thursday to separate a little more from workout 3? I don't think the volume on workout 1 for most people is going to be a factor. Like it's not going to be like the best of the best, maybe. Like maybe they start with workout 1 because they're going to get over 50 bar muscle ups. But I think for the majority of people, they're going to be doing a lot of singles. And so I think for us and our athletes that we know, it's not a big deal because they're going to sort of chip away at that workout. And it's not going to be unbroken through like 7 or 8 and into the round of 10 or anything like that. Right. So I think that's where our head is coming through. Now, if you're a gymnastics savant, then possibly, right? But the problem with this is workout 1 is going to be fatiguing, right? And so it could set you up for like maybe more shoulder fatigue than necessary leading into Friday, right? So I mean there's a ton of ways to skin this cat. We just kind of fell into the way that we described it. But if you know you're going to get a lot of reps, then you could split it. But yeah. Thursday 5, 1, Saturday 2, 4, Friday 2, 4. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine if that's what you're
Yeah.
comfortable with. I think it's totally fine. I don't know. What do you
I feel
think?
like 4 is the only workout that's like interchangeable. Like just put it somewhere
Right.
to end your day.
Yeah. I think we came with 5, 4 to basically start to really prepare ourselves for like to be more fresh for like the redos, right? Like 5 and 4 just don't fatigue you at all, and it gets 2 scores on the board right away that are all going to be at like 100% effort, but that aren't going to beat you up for the next day. And I think that's kind of where our thought process was.
But it also depends on your snatch, right? So if that weight is heavy, going from a heavy snatch into the heavy clean, right? Like that's going to add to that fatigue for that bar muscle up in the same
On the
day.
same day, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's also true.
Right, because like your CNS is not going to be fried, but it's going to be fatigued.
Yeah.
And so that clean may feel light at first, but then once you just get that residual fatigue to just hanging around and it spikes you again, I think that's just something I would be cautious of if you attempt it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think this is fine though, Benji. I think this still looks fine. Overall. Cool. Well, we have penalties there. If you are in the group, we're gonna do a call probably Wednesday. We'll have our coaching call, and so what we'll probably do is we'll probably just go over everything. Excuse me, on Wednesday. In between flights, I'll be flying to Maryland to do this with a few of my athletes. And yeah, well, hey, thanks guys. Thanks for being here again. If you can't do muscle ups or handstand walks or lift the weight necessary, think about joining WODprep Academy. WODprep Academy is a great deal. It's like $349 for the year or $39 a month. You get access to like 27 courses. All 3 days a week can be added on to your normal training to help you improve muscle ups, handstand walks, rope climbs, pistols, double unders, all the things. And so consider scanning one of these QR codes and jumping into the WODprep family. Anyone in here that's watching that isn't just a YouTuber knows, because they for sure purchased a course. And so they know the success that we've had in there and the athlete success that we've had. And yeah, so thanks again, guys. We will be in and around. Hit me up on Instagram or leave a comment below. We'll get it up. We'll be on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Talk about this again, just in a more sultry voice, as Jeremy says. Cool. Lando, thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
We yell at Nelson. He bailed on us. He said he was coming, didn't he? Didn't he say he was coming?
Yeah, for like 30 minutes or something like that.
Shithead. Melissa said she was coming too. What the fuck happened? Anyways, all right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.